So, welcome back, you guys. So once again, only do what you're comfortable with. Still sad you can't bring your dog. I want your dog to be giving me dirty looks while I do yoga. So, but yeah, only do what you're comfortable with. If you're stretching, maybe allow yourself to be okay in that stretch instead of reaching further to some ultimate stretch. Because that's a lot of times when we hurt ourselves, is trying to attain something beyond our actual present place. This is where I am. Maybe I don't have to go further. Maybe I can just be comfortable and be okay where I am. Hello. Good morning. These birds, like crazy. So many birds chirping at us. I love it. I love it. Anyways, we will get started with just a brief meditation. Don't worry if your mind wanders. That is what the mind, it's what it does. It's going to happen to every one of us. So don't be hard on yourself. Just get back to it. Continue breathing. Smile at how ridiculous it all kind of is in the end, and enjoy. So begin to close your eyes, maybe wiggle around and get comfortable. Find your base. Notice your feet on the ground. Notice your hips relaxing. Notice your sit bones. And see if you can put equal weight on both sit bones. Notice your breath and where you notice it most distinctly. And slowly begin to bring your heart over your pelvis or sit bones, still allowing the legs to relax. And still noticing the breath, maybe bring that breath down to the low belly, allowing the shoulders to melt down, allowing the throat to soften, the jaw, the cheeks. And as you notice your next breath, bring your head above your heart. So head above heart, heart above pelvis. Strong back, soft belly, soft heart, soft legs. And begin to expand your awareness past the breath, past your body, to things in front of your body, behind your body. The sensation of sound vibrating on your ears. You don't have to ignore anything, just notice everything you're noticing and being aware of it. So birds chirping, kids playing, the sound of the wind, the sound of your own breath. Great, let's tune into the physical sensations of the body. Any pressure, temperature, tingling, itching, anything coming and going. And then bring your attention to your hands, your thumbs, pointers, middle fingers, ring fingers, and pinkies, the palm of both hands. On your next inhale, bring your hands up and overhead. Keep your breath in your belly. Great, and on an exhale, we'll fold forward gently. Don't worry about the shape you're making. This is just a little bow to yourself, for showing up and doing something good for your body. Great. On your next inhale, you can slowly come back up to seated position. And open your eyes or take a nap. Whatever you want to do is cool with me. So we'll start with some seated cat cows. And those are 2 words, cat cows, not cacao, which actually someone thought I was talking about cacao and they were very disappointed I didn't have any. So grab your knees and we'll inhale, kind of peel open to a cow shape. And if you're not sure what that is, you're sort of allowing the front of your body to come forward, allowing your chin to come up. You can even shake your head no a little, let your jaw be soft, let your mouth be soft. Great, and then exhale, you can roll your shoulders forward. I like to hold onto my knees and sort of get underneath my shoulder blades by shaking my shoulders left and right. Great, inhale for a cow. So find your own rhythm here. You're just waking up your spine and move with your breath back and forth. So you don't have to be a robot. Find some organic movement in between. You're really just exploring how you're feeling today. So you can get loosey-goosey with it. If you want, you can roll your shoulders forward and backwards. And maybe check in with your mood today, because that's going to affect your practice. Ain't no judgment here. See how you're feeling. One more round of cat and cow. See, I enunciated that time. Great. And we will come up to standing. She's throwing things out of control. So I'm going to bring my feet just about hip width distance apart here and bring my hands up. Man, I got to lose the hat. Great. So for some of us, grabbing our hands and flipping the palms is doable. Ooh, excuse me. Wow, that was gross. Or you can grab your elbows. So just if it starts to hurt, you can always go to grabbing your elbows, but do that and just sort of talk back and forth. Make sure you're breathing from the low belly. Maybe exhale as you come over to the side and inhale as you come up. Great. And maybe begin to sort of sweep the air forward and back. Allow your hips to still be squared with the front of your mat. That way you get a really nice sort of stretch there. Great. They are killing me with their joy over there. It's like pretty adorable. Great. So we'll come back up to standing and we'll go into pointer fingers, like a Charlie's Angels gun. Great. Now, if this is uncomfortable for you, you can always grab a wrist and pull instead. So just know you have options. But let's inhale, get nice and tall, tuck the rib cage, head over heart, heart over pelvis. And exhale, we'll talk over towards the right, towards the left, sorry. Great. Now, if this is comfortable for you, make sure your hips are both facing forward, your armpits, hello, are both facing forward. You can begin to lift that left foot. If that's fun for you, maybe your toes still on the ground and you're like, I'm halfway there, it's cool. Maybe you're lifted all the way up. Breathe, whoops. And you can sweep the air if you want. One more big inhale. Exhale. And inhale back up. Great, this is one of my favorites. Let's inhale, get tall. And exhale, let's throw it down. Inhale, let the arms sweep up. We'll do 3. Exhale, throw down. And one more. Great. Grab your Charlie's Angels gun and we'll talk over towards the right. Great. Feel free to get your nice foundation. Notice your feet. Hips are facing forward, armpits are facing forward, and go to wherever you're comfortable. Sometimes one side will behave and the other side won't. So be easy on yourself. Listen to those birds. Craziness. Great. One more big inhale. Exhale. And then inhale back up. We're going to throw down 3 times. Exhale. Inhale up. Exhale. Someone's been to CrossFit. Exhale. Great. Let's bring the hands behind our backs. We'll interlace our fingertips, or fingers rather. So you've got kind of like a mega fist behind you. And we're going to bring our feet out fairly wide now. Awesome. Toes are facing forward here. And begin to press that fist towards the ground and bring your chin up. Let your mouth be soft. Your mouth might open. Let the shoulders melt down the center of the back. And we're going to carve a semicircle in the air with our chins from one shoulder to the other. Just exploring how you're feeling. If you want to make a full circle with your chin, coming all the way down. Coming all the way up. Just allow your heart space and throat and mouth to be so soft. Great. Let's come back to neutral on an inhale. Notice your feet, and as you exhale, we'll fold forward, bringing that fist in the air. Letting the head be super heavy. And you can shimmy the shoulders back. Hey. Hello. No, you're good, don't worry. Yeah, and I like that some of you guys are just automatically sort of swaying back and forth. Find some comforting movements. As long as you're gentle, you're fine. You can even bend one knee a little and bend the other and just sort of play around, get a little funky with it, have some fun with it. Maybe shake the head very slowly. Yes, coming all the way up with the chin and all the way to the chest. Great. Release the hands to the ground. You can roll the wrists out or wiggle the fingers. And we're going to walk the hands all the way to the right foot, but just notice your hips. Your hips are probably going to want to follow him. So make sure the hips are facing forward. That's the hardest part, right? You're like, what? Ah. Tiny adjustment makes such a difference. Weight on all edges of both feet. Let your sand settle, let your mind clear. Great, let's walk to the other side. Letting both hips still face forward. Equal weight in both feet. Great, we'll walk our hands to the middle, grab opposite elbows, and make a little frame around your head. Great. So you can gently pull those elbows towards the ground. And breathe from that low belly. Very nice. Go ahead and swap your arms out. So now you're going to hold it the goofy way. And begin to pull those elbows gently towards the ground. If you have a very soft bend in your knees, that's totally fine. And I love that some of you are just very sweetly swaying. That can feel really comforting. Great, you can release your hands. Go ahead and place your hands on your hips. And with a nice flat back, we'll come back up to standing position. Very nice. It's always like slightly creepy, like you're all zombies when you come up like that, but I accept you as you are. We're gonna step to the top of the mat. Wonderful, and we'll just do a few really slow sun salutations with some low lunges. The third will add a little bit extra. So ground your feet. Maybe notice, hey, I have feet, they're actually touching the ground. Cool, it's the first time I've noticed that all week. Great, so, and then notice your pelvis. And a lot of us have our butts kind of slightly sticking out. So maybe cat and cow your pelvis and see where like a neutral position is. This will set you up for everything much better. And same thing with your rib cage. A lot of us, you know, we want to be proud, but we're really just hurting our backs. So tuck that rib cage. And this is a new trick I learned. If you take your pointer and your middle, And you place it on the hairline, like right where your hairline is, right where that little divot in the back of your neck is. And you push your head towards it, your head will be in line. It feels right? Magic. So this is something you can do at your desk if your neck's hurting you a lot and you want to kind of start aligning yourself a little better. So here, here, and then come back in line. Great. So inhale, palms at heart center. And exhale it all the way through the toes. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift, so nice flat back. Exhale, right leg back, right knee down. Great. Inhale, arms up. Remember, hips are facing forward. Great. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, let the head be heavy. Exhale, shake that head out. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, right leg forward, left knee down. Great, arms up. Exhale, hands back down. Great, inhale, step up for halfway lift. Fold forward. All the way up. And palms at heart center. So we'll do the same thing again, nice and slow. Inhale, arms up. You can even watch between your hands. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, right leg back, right knee down. And inhale, arms up. Low belly lift, tuck the tail. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, let the head be heavy. Exhale, shake that head out. Inhale, spin those triceps away from the ears. Exhale. Inhale, right leg forward. Left knee down. Arms up. Great. Exhale, hands back down. Inhale, step up for halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale all the way up. And exhale, palms at heart center. Great. We'll just add a little bit to it, but I'll actually let you know because that's my job. So you're cool. So inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, right leg back, right knee down. And inhale, arms up. Great. So make sure that tail's tucked, the belly is lifted here. And we're going to place the right hand on the outside of that left leg and bring that left arm open like a book. Both hips are still facing forward. The tail is still nice and tucked here. Now, for some of you guys, you might want to grab that foot with the left hand for a nice quadricep stretch. Keep breathing. Now you know why I was happy the ground was extra squishy today. Let that top of that hip crease relax. If you are not grabbing the foot, keep tucking that tail. Broaden through the collarbones. One more big inhale. Exhale, release the foot. Inhale, bring the arms back up. Great. Exhale, we'll place both hands on the inside of that left foot. And you can heel toe the foot to the edge of the mat, that left foot, just to give you a little bit more space. Now, for some of us, this is like, okay, there's plenty of stretch here. For others, you may want to get on your elbows. We're not opening the hip quite yet. We're going to strengthen by having the knee straight up. Yeah, nice. Great. Try to have your knee over your ankle. So you may have to walk your foot forward just a little. Great. So you can be like this. Some of you may want to be on your elbows. Some of you may want to be on the toe of that right foot. So in a high lunge. One more big inhale. And exhale, you can begin to open up that left hip now. So that's going to look like this. You'll just let the hip kind of roll open. So you'll be on the outside of your foot, kind of rolling that hip open. Awesome. Now, some of you may want to take it further. Some of us are like, nah, I'm cool. I think you're great wherever you are. You can take that left hand and begin to press on the inside of that hip like this. Or you can take that left hand and grab that right foot and begin to come into a sort of back bend. Lots of options here, but play around with what feels good, comfortable, safe. Yeah, you can use the right hand to grab the foot too if you want. So yeah, lots of options here. So as you're in your stretch, notice every point of contact you're making with the ground and see if you can just make it a little softer. Also ask yourself if you can just be okay where you are, that you don't have to have some magic stretch to have a good experience. Things are pretty awesome. Great, one more big inhale. Exhale, get so super soft, guys. And then inhale, we're gonna slowly begin to bring that knee up, bring the hands up, be really sweet with yourselves, please. And you can begin to place one hand on either side of that left leg. Great, we're gonna come into a warrior two position. So let's flatten out that back foot. So it's gonna be kind of a 90-degree angle. Great, and this is kind of fun. You get to go, whoa. Feel like a ninja, right? So find your surfing position here. See if your torso is too far forward or back. I feel like it's your bounciest spot. So if you want to like kind of bounce around, see where your most buoyant spot is, that's usually where it's supposed to be. Great, so the hips are open here. The knee is over the ankle. And be strong. Notice the fierceness of this position. It's very dynamic. Arms and feet are in all directions. Notice your breath. What is this awful song? What the? I did not choose that, y'all. Great. So let's inhale, bring the left arm up, right hand down, broaden through the collarbones. So your shoulders are square with the long edge of your mat. Really reach that left arm towards the sky like you're trying to grab something. Breathe from the lower belly. Great, begin to straighten that front leg. And with that left arm, sort of sweep the air. Make a sort of hinging, curved motions. So you're exploring the top of that hip, your lower back. Great, find a big inhale. And exhale, we're gonna come into extended side angle. So you don't have to touch the ground here. You can touch your shin. Because what's more important is that your shoulders are square with the side of your mat, not how far you go down. Great, look up towards that right thumb. Unless you're staring at the sun, please don't stare at the sun. Keep breathing, press into the left big toe very slightly more. Great, so begin to bend that left leg for extended side angle. So the right leg is straight, the left leg is bent. Perfect. Great, exhale, downward facing dog. Woo, yeah, I think we gotta start doing this an hour earlier, guys. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Let the head be heavy. Exhale. Inhale, right leg forward. Left knee down. Low crescent lunge. You're like, oh yeah, we did start here, huh? Great, arms up. So just make sure your hips are nice and facing forward. Great, we'll bring that left arm down on the outside of the right leg. Right arm open like a book. Perfect. Broaden through the collarbones, let the shoulders drip away from the ears. And if it feels nice or accessible to you, you can grab the back of that left foot. Whoa, whoa. I almost busted it. Keep breathing, broaden through those collarbones. Tuck the tail. Long, steady. Whoa, beautiful breaths. Steady, right? Great, one more big inhale. And we'll exhale. Come into the lizard pose. So hands on the inside of that right foot. You can walk the right foot to the outside edge of the mat. And one hip is going to be a little tighter than the other. So don't just assume you know where you're going. You can come onto your elbows and just sort of explore, see where you are there first. Just notice everything touching the earth. The knee is up at this point. You can come onto the toe of that left foot and come into the high lunge version of this. Great, and then take it wherever you want. If you want to begin opening that right hip up, you can press on it with the inside, press on the inside of the leg with the right hand. And really notice that glute and that hip on that right side. See if you can let that soften. You can always grab the left foot with the right hand and open up the chest. Lots of options here. I mean, all of these stretches are yummy, so just go where it feels good and comfortable. Great, one more big inhale. Exhale it out. And inhale, we're gonna slowly, slowly begin to pull it together, guys. Just kidding. Great, you can bring that knee up. Place your right hand on the outside of that right foot. Flatten that back foot up and come into your warrior two. You can do sound effects. I really won't be offended by that. So find your strength here. Find your buoyant spot. Hips are facing the wide edge of the mat. By the way, if you want something extra for your arms, you can bring your arms slightly above the horizon, and that'll be a little bit more strengthening. Find your breath. And on an inhale, we'll bring the right hand up, left hand down for peaceful warrior. The knee is still over the ankle at this point. Broaden through those collarbones. Hips are still facing forward, or rather the long edge of the mat. Great, begin to straighten that front leg. And you can sweep the air, sort of catting and cowing the body. Finding your balance by noticing your feet. Great. And when you're ready, you can come into extended side angle. Great. If you have a very slight bend in that front leg, nothing is going to burst into flames. You're still doing it just fine. Or if you prefer to do extended warrior, you can bend that front knee and bring that hand all the way down. Both are excellent stretches, excellent options, and one is not necessarily easier than the other. Great. Begin to press into that right big toe just a little bit more. One more big inhale. Exhale it out. We'll bring both hands on either side of that right foot. Great. Let's inhale, step that left foot up for halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, bring it all the way up. Great. Exhale, palms at heart center. Close your eyes just for a second. Let your shoulders melt down. Let your sand sort of settle from all the movement and all the stretching. Notice whatever you notice, whether it's sounds, sensations, attitude, breath. Just notice it and accept it. Great. You can begin to blink your eyes open, and I'm going to come over here so you can see me up front. Hey, so wow, my mat is actually hot right now. I don't know about you guys. Whew. So begin to look at your feet and maybe spread your toes out. What I like to do is I lift my toes up, I'll put my little toes down, then I'll kind of like spread my big toe down and bring the rest of my toes down. So it looks like I have monkey toes at some point. Great. So I want you guys also to notice that every one of us went like this while we're spreading our toes out. Like every one of us, we all do it every time. It's so funny. So I notice it on me first, and then I look up and I'm like, okay, I'm only partially an alien. Everybody's doing it too. So cool. So we'll do that. You notice your feet and then start to bring your weight into your right foot. We're going into tree pose. So bring your weight into your right foot. Now, if balance is like not your thing, you can just keep your foot on the ground and keep your heel on your ankle. That is a tree pose. Don't let anybody take that away from you. Great. And if it's hard, you can begin to breathe as you inhale, maybe let the foot sneak up a little bit. Exhale, settle, just let it be. And then inhale, let it sneak up a bit. And exhale, settle. Now, if you know where you're going with this and you feel confident, go into your tree pose however you want. But the other way, and if your foot falls down, just start at the beginning. No need to like do this dance, because that doesn't make anybody happy. Great. Now, the greatest part here is to find your favorite leaf on those trees out there. And almost like you're looking at a magic eye poster, let your eyes get really, really, really soft. That's your drishti, that's your soft focus. That is exercising the part of your brain that works well in stressful conditions. So you are balancing your body, but you're finding a really beautiful soft focus. And let your breath come all the way to your low belly. Now you can bring your arms wherever you'd like. If you want to do cactus arms, some people call them cornholio arms, that's fine. You can bring your arms up if you want. You can make your own mudra and just do like thumbs up. You know, please don't do the middle finger. I'm trying real hard up here. That's not friendly. Great. 2 more big breaths. 1 big inhale. Exhale. Beautiful. Big inhale. And with control, with love, put that foot back down. Woo, that right foot was working hard, huh? So go ahead and just, believe it or not, this is a yoga move. Tiger and the butterfly. I call it quit hitting yourself. But you know, to each his own. Bad, yogi, bad. Great, so come back to center. Unless you want to keep wiggling, and I'm cool with that too. And do your monkey toe weird hand thing again. Great. I'm always amazed by how weird my feet look when I do this. Great. And slowly begin putting weight into that left leg. Make sure you're breathing because it does help. If you know where your leaf is, it's a good time to just begin looking at it and just let your little tripod happen or go wherever you're comfortable. Notice the warmth of your foot on your leg. And then notice the strength of that left foot. Maybe hold the ground with your toes a little bit more. Really good for your feet, healthy back. Awesome. So let both hips face forward. Let that right hip relax. And yeah, let your arms go wherever they belong. Like today I'm a shrub, sometimes I'm a tall tree. I feel like I'm a shrub today. Nice, even low belly breaths. Beautiful, soft training for the mind. One more big inhale. Thank you, birds. And with control, we'll exhale it out slowly. Woo! Awesome job. So you can do your quit hitting yourself. You can do the extra goofy one, which also for some reason is my favorite. You bend your knees. I feel like I'm at a hoedown when I do this one. But it feels so good. So these pendulous arm movements are equally as good for your shoulders as actual long holds. So anytime you have a chance to use the weight of your arms to swing them around, it's very, very, very good for you. So I'm not just trying to make everyone look goofy, I promise. So let's have a seat. Ooh, that means I can wear my hat again. Awesome. Have a seat. We're gonna bring our feet together, knees apart. And as some of you guys know, if you have a booty, you might have to kind of like pull your booty out, like kind of back, so you can feel your sit bones. So I'm Puerto Rican, you know, it's one of those things, but we're all friends here. So maybe bring your feet out a little bit further than you normally do. Great, and we're gonna sort of sway our way down to a nice comfy forward fold here. So only go as far as you're comfortable. We're not pushing a stretch, we're allowing gravity to sort of do most of the work here. Cool. So see if you can allow the insides of your legs to relax. The outsides of your thighs. Yeah, and if you want to keep moving a little, swaying, if that feels really nice on your lower back, please don't let me keep you from it. Let your feet relax, let your calves relax, your shins. Let that breath be super long, super nourishing. Great, one more big inhale. Exhale, go just a little deeper. And then as you inhale, sway back up like a little leaf falling in reverse from a tree. Ah. So you're getting all those little tertiary spots instead of coming straight down. You're sort of feeling what your body actually feels like. Great, so we've got a couple options for this next part. You can pull your right foot in, bring your left foot up and over. Now, this isn't great for everybody. Like if you can't put both your butt bones on the ground, what you'll do is with that right leg, just straighten it out. And you'll get the same stretch like I promise. So no judgment here. Cool. So both butt bones are down. Great, you're gonna have your hips square with your shoulders too. So notice both sit bones are even weight. Awesome. And you can pick that leg up. So let the leg be super heavy. Pick the leg up. You may have to shake it a little to make it like comply with your wishes because it'll want to like, I can do it myself. So just shake the leg a little, let it relax. Like you can relax, little leg. This is how I talk to my cat too. And as you exhale, maybe squeeze it tightly, keeping those shoulders square with the hips, equal weight in both sit bones. Great. And yeah, some of you are swaying a little. If you want to sway with it, absolutely do that. If you're gentle with it, it can be a really nice tool to just calm the muscle down. Yeah, and I see some folks kind of holding it like a baby, like cradling it. You can put your left elbow on the right foot and just sort of cradle the leg and rock it that way. That can feel really wonderful. Not accessible for everyone, and that's okay. Barely accessible for me. You see me struggling over here. Your girl got some tight hips. Awesome. Great, so you can keep hugging it like that, or you can begin to align the knees over each other. Now, this is one of those that, once again, not everybody can do. It's called cow face posture. Man, y'all are a flexible group. This is pretty unusual. Great, yeah. So as you're here, you can stay sitting straight up and just notice gravity doing its thing. So notice your feet, let the feet relax, let the calves and ankles relax, because this can be a pretty intense stretch. Great. And yeah, some of you may want to fold forward over the legs, giving an additional stretch by putting your weight on your legs. Now, if it doesn't feel good, don't do it, please. So, but this is where I will get bossy. I'm like, don't hurt yourself. Geez. Great. It can also be really comforting to actually hold your feet while doing this posture too. It just feels really grounding and very sweet. So notice your right hip, allow it to soften. Allow that right glute to soften. Notice the left hip. Let it soften. Right hip, right glute, sorry, let it soften. Low belly breaths. Let both knees totally relax. The insides and outsides of the thighs. Great, notice your breath. And on your next inhale, like a little leaf falling in reverse, just sway your way back up, exploring all the movements, noticing everything you notice, maybe checking in to see if your attitude is the same as it was. Do you need an attitude adjustment? Just kidding. Great, and when you get up, feel free to very gently, you know what, you can grab that top leg, let it be heavy, and just manually move it. Like you like yourself, you know, like, oh, you sweet leg worked so hard. Great, and then we can grab that left leg, put it underneath, and then hug the right leg. Now, one hip is usually a little tighter than the other. So sometimes you have to have one leg straight on one side and then not on the other. That was me for like many years. So you would not be judged for having a tight muscle, for the love of God. So grab that leg and just see if you can allow it to be heavy. Give it a little shakeroo. Even weight on both sit bones. Notice your breath and give it a nice big hug. Shoulders even with the hips. Yeah. And go to what degree you feel is comfortable. So if you want to pick that foot up and hold it like a baby, or if you want to hold it the other way. So see what feels good for your body, because we all move differently every day. So we're going to be tighter in different areas. So it's not like a better or worse thing. It's like, you know, everybody has a different job and they move differently every day. So awesome. Are you breathing? sometimes on the online classes, I'll ask that question and everybody's got their like little Fraggle boxes, is what I call them. And I'll see like 3 people go, no, I wasn't breathing. Great, go ahead and put that foot down. And you can begin to come into your cow face posture if that's comfortable. Once again, one hip may be a little knottier than the other today, and that's okay. Great. Great. And it's okay to, use your hands to kind of help with the weight distribution, because this is an awkward pose. Great, find your breath, notice your hips, see if you have even weight, notice your feet. Let your knees relax. And if you want to begin folding forward, you can, or you can stay straight up, and that's good too. There is no ultimate posture. Whatever your posture you're in is exactly where you're supposed to be. Let your jaw soften. Let your mouth soften. Feel free to hold your feet in this position too. That can be really nice. Notice the left hip, the left glute, the right hip, right glute. Notice both knees getting softer. Great, one more big inhale. Exhale it out, go slightly deeper. And then inhale like a leaf falling in reverse from a tree. Come all the way up. Beautiful. Great. Like you like yourself, say thank you, leg. Pick it up and move it over. Oh, thank you, leg. So we're going to lay on our backs now. Knees are going to be up, feet are going to be down. Great. And your hands will be by your hips here. You can press into all the corners of all your feet, of both your feet, and lift your glutes towards the sky. Great. If you want, you can bring your arms above your head on the ground. Great. And then exhale, glutes come down, hands come by the hips. You don't have to do the hand part if it's not comfortable. Great. Inhale, bring it all up. Exhale, bring it all down. We'll do 3 more. Inhale, bring it all up. Exhale, bring it all down. One more time, inhale. Great, exhale, bring it all down. Great, use these final moments to move in any way that you need to solidify your practice for today. So if you want to do happy baby or have any twisting motions, perhaps you want to do a figure 4 and get even deeper into the hips. Yeah, you can always bring your feet up in the air. That's another really great one. Three or 4 more breaths. Wonderful. So see if you can even out both sides of your body and slowly make your way to your feet at the bottom of your mat, your arms sort of comfortably outside of you. So it's Shavasana, you just kind of lay there. It's called corpse pose because at the end you kind of come out of corpse pose brand new like a baby. So it's not morbid, it's the circle of life. Great, so just lay down, get comfortable, let your head be comfortable, let your shoulders get heavy. See if you can erase all expression off your face, letting your eyebrows soften, your cheeks, your chin, your jaw. Let your throat soften. And notice the weight of the back of your head on the mat. Let your shoulders melt down into the earth. Let your upper arms, your forearms, your hands, and every finger relax. Allow your breath to continue going to your low belly. Allowing the weight of your hips, your glutes, your thighs, hamstrings, shins, calves, your feet and all your toes can just relax. Let every exhale sink you a little deeper into the earth as you are supporting the earth and it is supporting you right now. And enjoy your Shavasana. I'll sound the bell when it's complete. Slowly bring your awareness back to your breath, back to the cool air at the tip of your nose as you inhale, and the warm air escaping as you exhale. Wiggle your toes and maybe run your thumb across all your fingers. You can shake your head if you'd like and roll your wrists. And when you're ready, on an exhale, very gently roll to one side. Beautiful. And on any inhale, come up to seated position. Well, thank you guys so much for exploring your hips, for being very careful and very mindful of your bodies. I didn't see anybody being like, I'm in it to win it. It's just so important that you're nice to your bodies. So thank you for that. Namaste.